was young. But his grandfather wrote the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and a very effective person is the running back Zack for Utah. But you talk to people from a certain generation, certainly.
To live the book with Grandpa.
Moss on the run. Does have a first down. Troy Taylor, the offensive coordinator. 12 on Utah's opening drive. A lot of run pass option. This is a run for Moss, who was just tripped up by touch of short fields. Jet sweep. Not going anywhere. Maybe a yard for Covey.
So good and efficient in this red zone.
Moss, the tailback. Huntley to throw for the end zone and in the muffed punt recovery. 3rd and goal. Huntley. And it's going to be 4th down.
Really control their own destiny to be in the championship game for the first time in this conference.
For more on those road graders, here's Olivia.
And that offensive line has a bunch of drops in those games.
We were shocked that he didn't save physical first, as they create a big hole this time for the run game, and Moss down the sideline. Zack Moss, he's inside the 15.
But physical on the offensive line of scrimmage is what we just saw.
The focal point of this offense when they need something to lean on. Huntley with a flag flying in. He goes down and will check
on that play, but Jackson gets called for the hold.
Huntley for the end zone.
State has to get something going with their offense once again. They've been hit and miss.
Moss on the run. Could be the final play of the first quarter. My question to you is, Utah could only muster a field goal off a muffed punt to the first quarter at the 5-yard line, the +5, and so Huntley and the offense back to the controls.
Expect Utah to do it on this drive to that massive offensive line.
They do with the run, and Moss spins out of the tackle. He is that he got there. We'll see.
The inside linebacker Barnes did a great job of fitting his
in their pocket under the former linebacker Kyle Whittingham. The short side, and Moss, who spins off a tackle, and Moss again very difficult to bring down. Finds his 30 for 30s podcast as well. Soccer and
top to bottom.
14th year head coach has Huntley on the move. Flag comes in behind the play. For now, it's a first down to the 2nd and 15 for Huntley. Short route tipped and incomplete. Wes Welker as comparisons from the Utah coaches on Covey, who draws the fake this time. Door number 1 didn't work, and something popped out. Spread the ball around typically. He's only targeted 3 receivers so far tonight. This over the middle gets him a first down, and there's a 4th receiver. Damari Simpkins driving the pile.
Can UCLA hold up on plays just like that?
Huntley earlier threw a red zone interception, which is very rare for him. His first.
What you're saying right now, we have at least 3, so don't do anything silly.
Covey will throw. And
he blocked the right one, and Covey got more yards.
Remember, Haller was the guy who recovered the muffed punt. Huntley on 2nd down has the tight end, Jake Jackson.
It's Utah once again.
It's not pace pressure, it's just consistent pressure as Moss keeps the legs churning. And he's a couple yards short in Nebraska, I don't think.
Not unless the livestock are moving.
Moss driven back. Those line where the Utes have been in their recent history. Wade coming again. Huntley breaks it down and beautifully changed gears down
pitch, or he can keep it himself, which he did right here.
Now a little pace for the Utes. Moss continuing to thrive right down the middle of that.
Toward the sideline, but Utah wants this pressure to be quick.
Moss picking his way to the goal line. Touchdown!
Not exactly sure what Kyle Whittingham was upset about, but group of tight ends that have really stepped up and been productive at catching the football for Utah.
That one's short.
To get something done before the half.
Last two drives, 7+ yards per play for Utah. And this run only gets him about 4.5, maybe. They bleed the clock down and barely get the snap off. No chance for Moss to really catch and run very much. It was by field, and Utah embarks from the 25. Opening play of the second half.
Specifically, Wilton Spate making some big plays on his feet. What have you liked from him?
Well, I think Wilton's playing really well.
About 1.5 yards. And there's 10 points right there, and we're 17 all.
Huntley. Heartbeat started to really pick up, and down he goes.
Redshirt sophomore sprinkled in, but not a lot of depth. They're trying to build that defensively.
Huntley has it tipped to the ground.
Which is
Lovingly.
That's what the position is called when they're just able to freelance a lot.
Utah 0 for its last 3 on third down. Huntley uncorks to the sideline, and beautiful. Moss out of the backfield off a 100+ yard first half. This is backward. Covey can throw, and now he runs. Everybody bailed, and Covey swashbuckles.
Covey makes great decisions.
That not only gets Utah an advantage, but it also gets him more opportunities to do that.
Really, really good signs. I would dial him up as well.
Moss feeling his way inside the 5 and moving the pounding. One more time. And he is driven back. He did get in.
Absolutely nothing there at the point of attack, and this was all Zack Moss. UCLA did a great job of penetrating, but Moss was not going to be denied, and we see that a lot. I think the defender that's down right now is the one that got collisioned by Moss right on the goal line.
Yeah, it's Chris Barnes who went nose to nose with Moss.
Great running backs always go forward on contact, and pretty intriguing. And Utah, I think, has control, certainly the way they're playing and what lies ahead of them in the South Division.
Huntley on the run with his
go. Things started clicking for this unit you see on the field currently.
Huntley with the pitch. And it just looks
spotted. He's only a junior. I'm not sending him out of Salt Lake City yet, but he has a tremendous talent.
He's going to find his way to Sturgis after the coaching thing, which has gone for 14 years as the head coach. This is Keithy. His start in coaching was as a junior varsity coach behind LaBelle Edwards at BYU. Huntley, who's gone to 7 different receivers, wants the freshman.
Had to throw the football better than they have recently, and they're on a collision course. I think the best 2 teams in college football by quite a bit.
Covey snaking his way across the 30. And he's down to the 25 as we check in.
I think is just hitting their stride as well. Not good news for college football if you're not a Clemson fan.
Huntley on a first down throw. Moss finds himself inside.
Coaches made moves for that reason and got the guy that they hope is going to get him to the promised land.
All right, I want to know from you, because
He might be the first guy taken if he would happen to come out. I'm not saying he is.
Well, he's in the end zone untouched that
That didn't take a whole lot of talent right there. The talent was all the beef up front that gave him a massive running lane, but it's all
third down the road. You never know. Huntley to run. And down he goes. Well, he has been all over the play sheet for Utah. He came in with 56 targets, which was 3rd.
Covey comes back with and gives to the offensive coordinator. Taylor is always very, very accurate.